Guys, wait, we've got the wrong screen up. Hold on. Let me do this. Here we go. All right. Hey guys, nice to see you here today for the live stream. Got my crappy camera up today because I just didn't have time to get my good one set up. We're just going to do like a short writing sprint today because you know what? It's Christmas and I really want to get my writing done, and I haven't done any yet. Except, well, I've sent some presents to my daughter in Indiana, and so I wrapped those ones, but I haven't wrapped anything else yet. So I definitely need to get some of that done. Tell me, in the chat, like, how are you guys doing with your wrapping? Are you done? Are you done shopping? Are you still shopping? Let me know how that's going because I did put the chat on. Everything should be working with that. Let's hope so. If this is your first time at the writing sprints, generally they run an hour, hour and 15 minutes. Today's going to be a shorter one. Um, and we write for 15 minutes at a time, and then I answer questions in between. So figured I'd have it just so we had like a couple more before the end of the year because we have today and then we have next Friday, which I should be home next Friday, done with all the Christmas festivities and available to do a live stream. And that way we get some more writing in before the end of the year. So you guys should be good to chat, I think, because I turned off the made for children thing. I guess that's the thing that always gets me with the live chat. And I've got a prompt for today. Let me get that ready. And I've also got my timer kind of sort of working. I always have trouble figuring that out and like how to use it and everything. So if it's not working, let me know. It's like now it's like it's running. So I've got to pause it. See if that'll work. It's not pausing, of course. Um, Hi, Miss Blogger. Nice to see you there. I am working on a suspense novel proposal. I've got two already out. One's with my agent, and she's going to send it out after the beginning of the year. And another one is on editor's desk at HarperCollins. I don't expect to hear anything until at least middle of January because of holidays and stuff. Nice to see you here, Cheryl. Nobody's working. Everybody's trying to cut out early. And like the company my husband works for, he's off for 2 whole weeks. He doesn't have to go back until I think the second or something. So, unlike me, those people that work for ourselves, we're still here. And yes, I'm still having a problem with my eye. And it's just, I think it's the allergies. We have live oaks here, and they only drop their acorns every 3 years or something. And it literally sounds like it's raining stones on our roof. And this year has been a lot of them. So I did create a prompt for you guys for today. And even though the timer's running, I'm going to restart it when we do the prompt. But it's about what's the worst gift your character ever received? How did it impact them at the time? Or, if the music is playing. Or how can you use that in the book? So that's kind of what we always want to look at is how does this impact your characters? How does it hurt them? Because the impact is what leaves them with emotional scars or a reluctance to get close or a reluctance to get Christmas gifts. Like I remember one time my first husband gave me a blender, and another time he gave me a DVD for Dumb and Dumber for a Christmas present, and I'm like, do you even know me? Like that's not exactly what I was looking for. And the blender too, also not the best Christmas present I ever received. So what did that do in the long run? It didn't like emotionally scar me to where I would not participate in Christmas, but it did make me a little reluctant to trust his gift picking abilities. And so I would give him a lot of ideas. So that's just a teeny tiny thing and how you would do that. Not that he's my first husband. We're not married anymore. He didn't get Christmas any better over the years later. But anyways, that was just kind of a thing that sort of impacted us because, I knew he didn't really know me. So that's a small thing that you can take with a character and you can use it. So let's do 15 minutes really quick. And then we'll come back. And if you guys have writing questions, you can ask them. So I'll get that timer set up as soon as I bring the scene over. I'm never quite sure how to set that up and get it to work right. Didn't have time to Google it. So it'll reset when I bring this over. So I will see you guys in 15 minutes. switched it over early. Sorry, guys. It just like struck my touchpad here by accident. I was just waiting to switch it over and then boom. Okay, so some questions. Paul said he's writing Lovecraftian horror. Hard to figure out if that prompt works. I actually think it does, because if you think of like Annabelle, right? Wasn't that creepy doll in that horror movie? Um, like there can be some really creepy gifts that can go along with the horror. I think that would be really kind of cool, especially if the horror that you're writing has some kind of like, you know, suspenseful, dark person in it. And so it's somebody that you might want to have had given. That's not even right. The verbs. It's Friday before vacation. Don't worry about it. Um, Somebody in their past that gave it to them, and it sort of sets off this whole thing. It could be one of those sort of, bad tokens or something, an omen. So I think you could still work with a Christmas present. It does not have to be like, Tonka truck. It can be something bigger than that. Martha said, just dropping in before she goes to the dentist. Thank you for wishing me a happy holidays and sorry if you go to the dentist on a Friday. That kind of sucks. I know that mine keeps texting like appointment dates because it's the end of the year and they're like, you can get one more cleaning in before the end of the year. Like they want me to go an extra time. Woohoo. That sounds awesome. Miss Blogger, how do I know if my character's internal and external goal, motivation, conflict are strong and worth writing about? Well, with the external, it has to be big enough to carry a whole book. Is it important enough to the character to carry a whole book? Does it have enough steps involved to carry a whole book? If the external goal is just, I don't know, get a job at the supermarket, well, really, the only thing you have to do is fill out an application and do an interview. There's not a ton of steps involved in something like that. So it's generally not enough to carry a whole book. Not to say you can't make it super complicated, but by and large, getting a job at the local grocery store is not that complicated to do. So it wouldn't usually be enough to carry a whole book. Now, if that job was part of her plan to get out of town before the killer comes to find her or to go visit her dying grandmother and she needs $300 to get there, like then the stakes are higher and then it does have more of a book length impact because it's more about getting out of town to in time than it is about getting the job at the grocery store. And the internal, again, it has to matter enough to the characters. It has to matter a lot to them so that they will overcome anything, any kind of impossible odds in order to go get this or achieve this. And then it also has to matter to the reader. So if their internal motivation is not that strong, the reader is not going to really care because there has to be a really strong reason why the reader is going to care and kind of plug in for the whole thing. So hopefully that answers your question. I think I'm just going to do like one more 15-minute sprint since it's almost the weekend before a holiday. And like I said, just keep it short today so that we have time for that. And I want to show you guys my little elf here. I won him let's see, the Gaylord in Orlando. I went there for a party and we had like a uh, scavenger hunt. And because we finished the scavenger hunt, we got the little prize. So it was good. And I have my little tree here, which only gets to be up for 3 weeks this year because there wasn't that much time between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year. Anyways, I hope you guys are ready and done with your shopping. Let me know if anybody else tried the prompt because, again, every time you're writing, you want it to be about impact. Action, reaction, impact. All of those are the formula that goes into creating a strong paragraph and a strong scene. Things happen, characters react, and it has an impact on them. And that's what builds that emotional connection. All right, let's do one more 15-minute sprint and see what we get done. And I will start the timer again. There we go. Nice to see you here, Heather. We're cutting early today because, it's a holiday. It's a weekend. It's all kinds of things going on. I have a bazillion presents to wrap and a cake to bake, and I'm going to make cupcakes, I think, and some other stuff to do before we head to spend some time with some family next week. So nice to see you here, Heather. And yes, happy holidays to all. I don't know how much you guys got written. My mind is going a million miles a minute, so I was basically just moving stuff around, not really pumping out the words, but just kind of figuring out where things were going. And just like everybody else, like I have way too much backstory in my first chapter, and I realized that and started taking like a page and a half out of it. It was lovely, well written backstory, or seemed well written, but it was unessential to the plot, so I had to take it out. And Silverali, yes, happy holidays to you, and nice to see you here. So next week we should be here again next week with a new Friday writing stream. Should be a little bit more of a normal one because we don't have a holiday right up against it. New Year's isn't for a few days after that. But I'm thankful that you guys all joined me here, and I'm very excited to start a new year with you all and do some new things this year. So let me know in the comments if you forgot to ask a question. I'll answer it there. And if I don't talk to you guys, well, I won't between here and Christmas. I hope those who celebrate Christmas have a wonderful holiday, and those who celebrate other holidays have a great, happy time with family and friends and making memories. So have a great few days, you guys.